Gentlemen, tonight on one of those nights, as I mentioned pregame, where you got to bring your own juice. Don't expect the crowd, don't expect to be as hype as it was last time. Expect you to have to bring your own juice. The standard is the standard. Excellence is the expectation. We cannot let the standard down.
Hello again, everybody. Welcome to Ravenwood Raptors football on the NoOffSeason.com Sports Network. I'm Paul Hickey here in playoffs week 2 from Brentwood, Tennessee. Your Ravenwood Raptors 11-0 on the season, including a week 1 playoffs win last week against Cane Ridge. Host the Franklin Admirals, who we met in Game 8 here at the Nest, and we will host them again tonight from Brentwood, Tennessee, Ravenwood Stadium. Junior kicker Carlos Guerra about to start the game officially. Franklin won the toss and elected to receive, and this one goes to Sean Gaka, their star return man, wide receiver, running back, do-it-all specialist on offense, and it's a touchback. So Franklin will start their opening drive from the 20, 1st and 10 coming up here for the Admirals. Your Ravenwood Raptors in the red jerseys, gold numbers, black pants, black helmets. Admirals wearing their all whites with maroon helmets. And Brewer Wilson, the senior quarterback, is in the shotgun here on 1st and 10 to start the game, with Gaka in the backfield, 3 wide receivers to his left, and Gaka takes the carry on 1st down, and he's stopped by the Raptors defense. No gain on the play, maybe a gain of 1 here, so it'll be 2nd and 9 from the 21 for the Admirals. And 3 wide receivers now split right to Brewer Wilson's right side, and Wilson looks to Luke Thompson in the screen, and Thompson with a gain close to a 1st down on the play, and it is a 1st down. So the Admirals move the chains on 2nd and 9, and Ravenwood defense will be taking the field here again on 1st and 10 from the 32 this time. We're going to mute the noisemakers so we can get some good audio here. And little confusion on Ravenwood's side of the ball. Looks like their offsides are lined up in the neutral zone, so that's going to be a penalty on the Raptors. So it'll be 1st and 5 from the 37 now after the penalty. Raptors have started the game on defense most weeks. Last week was an exception against Cane Ridge. So we're familiar with this position here with the opposing team getting the ball first. And on 1st and 5, the Admirals have Brewer Wilson in the shotgun with Gaka to his left, 3 wide receivers to his left as well. Wilson fakes the handoff to Gaka under pressure, dumps to Gaka now, and Sean Gaka gets away from the defense with a big gain of about 30 on the play into Raptors territory. The Admirals are moving here early. 11:03 to go in the first quarter. Another first down for Franklin. And it's going to be 1st and 10 Admirals. Ball now on the 46-yard line of Ravenwood. So Raptors defense seeing a heavy dose of Sean Gaka, Luke Thompson as well. Talented junior wide receiver, Thompson. And on 1st and 10, Brewer Wilson gets everybody set, hands to Gaka again, and Gaka this time met in the backfield by Lane Summerall. Gaka pushes forward for a gain of about 2, so it's going to be 2nd and 8 from the 44 now. Raptors defense hoping to get a little something going. Thanks for joining us from around the country here as we take on the Franklin Admirals in week 2 of the playoffs. Your Ravenwood Raptors 11-0 on the season, including a playoff win home last week against Cane Ridge. 2nd and 8, ball on the 44. Wilson in the shotgun. Drops back to pass. Has Harrison Pritchett, and it's incomplete, broken up by Wyatt Appleton on the coverage. Jalen Pollard came over to help him out. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 8. So 3rd and long here for Wilson. They took a shot deep there on 2nd and long instead of trying to pick up some intermediate yardage. 3 wide receivers now on Wilson's left side. Snap is high. Wilson looking to his left, rolling out to his right under pressure. Has Gaka underneath, and Gaka runs for the first down. Nice to have Sean Gaka as a safety valve there. Everyone was covered. Ravenwood brought good pressure. That left Gaka open, and another first down for the Admirals down to the 35-yard line of Ravenwood. I'd like to say thanks to some of our sponsors here real quick. Kerr & Co. Realty, Rapid Response Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, Andrews Transportation Group, Holt Insurance, Wilson Bank. We'll get to some of the rest of our sponsors in a minute. 1st and 10, Admirals again. Ravenwood fronting blitz, forcing Wilson to think about it, and flag on the play before the snap, and this is going to be a false start on Franklin. So the Raptors were able to create a little confusion there, getting the Admirals to move early, and it's going to be 2nd and I guess it'll be 1st and 20. Should be 1st and 15 here. I think we're going to get that corrected. 1st and 15, Admirals from the 40. 3 wide receiver split left. And the man in motion is Lucas Young. Wilson drops back to pass. Good protection by Franklin. And Wilson throws it out of bounds to the right side. Intended for Luke Thompson. And Wills Jackson is the senior wide receiver, number 7. Harrison Pritchett is also wearing number 7. He's a freshman. So that was Wills Jackson there. So it's going to be 2nd and 15. Jackson in motion. And the pass is to Jackson. Jackson just flat out drops it. He heard footsteps that time from Lane Summerall, and he dropped the pass. So good work by Lane. Forcing a 3rd and 15 with 9:51 to go in the first quarter. Raptors defense warming up here. It's the coldest night we've had in a while here in Brentwood. And Raptors defense have been a bit cold, but they're warming up. And it looks like we've got another penalty on the Admirals, perhaps. Refs wave off the flag. Still 3rd and 15. And Wilson drops back to pass, has a man deep, and it's broken up by Jalen Pollard near the end zone, incomplete. Big stop there on 3rd and 15 for the Raptors. It'll be 4th and 15. $9:42 to go, and we'll see what Franklin does here on 4th down, if they're going to send in the field goal unit. Looks like they're going to go for it. They're lining up in an offensive formation. Thompson King now in at running back, and Brewer Wilson's just going to punt it. So Brewer Wilson punts it, and it's downed by Wills Jackson inside the 5-yard line at the 4. So great play on special teams there by the Admirals to pin the Raptors deep in their own territory with 9:32 to go in the first quarter. I'm Paul Hickey. This is Raptors football on the nooffseason.com sports network. Here comes your Raptors offense. Maverick Chance is going to start the game at quarterback here. Cy Longley, junior wide receiver, split left. Max Kimple, senior wide receiver, split right. On 1st and 10 from the 4, Patrick Sullivan and Longley in motion. And number 26 for Franklin jumps. So we're going to get a whistle before the snap here. Looked like Thompson King, the senior outside linebacker, might have jumped, and he did. So it's going to be 1st and 5 for Ravenwood after the 5-yard penalty on Franklin's defense offside. So Caden Pace in the backfield. And Maverick Chance hands off to Caden. Caden right side for a gain of about 5. We'll see if this is enough for a Raptors first down. It looks to be close. And it's just short of the first down, so it's going to be 2nd and less than 1 from the 12. So a gain of 4.5 there by Caden Pace. Caden Pace, 719 rushing yards coming into today, averaging 8 yards per carry. He's a sophomore. Maverick Chance on the keeper up the middle. Maverick to the left side, 35-40, 45-50, into Admirals territory down to the 42-yard line. Flag on the play. We'll see if this is after the play and it's on Franklin. They're going to tack on some yards here. Big run by Maverick Chance. Maverick Chance, quarterback, by the way, 94 rushes for 628 yards coming into today, 13 rushing TDs, 6.7 yards per carry. So big season on the ground for Maverick Chance, and this one is a personal foul after the play on the Admirals. So the ball will move from the 42, where Maverick was pushed out of bounds, all the way down to, I believe, the 32. Yes, so it'll be a 10-yard personal foul. 15 yards down to the 27. So 15-yard personal foul, 1st and 10, Raptors from the 27. And Longley, Kimple, and Sullivan in motion. Now they're set. Hubbard to the left. Hubbard now in motion. Chance, shovel pass to Hubbard. Hubbard right side for about 7 or 8 before he's pushed out of bounds. 8:28 to go. First quarter. Raptors on the move here after the defense stopped Franklin on 3rd and 15. Nice punt by the quarterback. Brewer Wilson pinned the Raptors inside the 5-yard line. Wills Jackson on special teams, but the Raptors are driving now down to the 20 of the Admirals. Here's Hubbard in motion again. Shovel pass to Hubbard again. Actually, that might be Sullivan. That was Patrick Sullivan, I believe, on the shovel pass from Chance there. And we're sorting some things out here on the field. Looks like a flag on Ravenwood. So that will nullify the play and back up the Raptors. So it's going to be holding on Ravenwood and 2nd and 13 now. From the 30, 8:19 to go first quarter. Ben Hubbard split left. Caden Pace in the backfield. Chance in the gun. Sullivan in motion. Chance takes it, hands to Pace. Pace is going to pick up about 5 or 6 before he's pushed out of bounds. So that's going to make it 3rd and about 8. Check that 3rd and 10 is where they spot it. Davis Dolan now checks into the ball game for Caden Pace. 3rd and 10, ball on the 27. Thanks again to Brentwood Blaze Youth Football and Cheer, A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa. Several Raptors in motion here and a timeout taken by Coach Will Hester. He wants to talk things over with the offense. 8:12 to go. First quarter, Raptors driving. Big 3rd down coming up. We'll be right back after this.
As I mentioned pregame, where you got to bring your own juice. Don't expect the crowd. Don't expect to be as hype as it was last time. Expect you to have to bring your own juice. The standard is the standard. Excellence is the expectation. We cannot let the standard down.
Everything matters here on the NoOffSeason.com Sports Network. That's been the motto of your Raptors all year. I'm Paul Hickey. Welcome back in. Big 3rd and 10 here for Ravenwood. Junior wide receiver Cy Longley near side here, lined up in those nice orange cleats. Maverick Chance in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers to his right, including Ben Hubbard, Max Kimple. Hubbard in motion. Chance takes it himself. Breaks a tackle. There goes Maverick. Maverick all the way down to the 10-yard line. First down, Ravenwood. Maverick Chance with a big first down there on 3rd and 10. 8 minutes and counting in the first quarter. Checking into the ball game now, Hudson Husak. And it's 1st and 10, ball on the 11-yard line. Sullivan, Kimple, split wide to each of Chance's 2 sides. Maverick's going to take it himself. Good blocking. Maverick still on his feet. They can't take him down. Touchdown, Raptors. Maverick Chance, junior quarterback, big-time touchdown. That is Maverick Chance, 14th rushing TD on the season. What an amazing season this young man is having, along with the rest of the Raptors. 6-0 Ravenwood, and here comes senior kicker Drew Crabtree for the PAT. It's heating up here in Brentwood. Your Raptors up 6-0. Crabtree looking to make it 7-0. Kick is up and good. We'll be right back.
Gentlemen, tonight on one of those nights, as I mentioned pregame, where you got to bring your own juice. Don't expect the crowd. Don't expect to be as hype as it was last time. Expect you to have to bring your own juice. The standard is the standard. Excellence is the expectation. We cannot let the standard down.
You heard Coach Hester say it in the hype reel by Luke Campbell. You got to bring your own juice, he says. And the Raptors are bringing it here. Drew Crabtree kicking off with Sean Gaka back to return the kick. And Lucas Young for the Admirals. We'll see what Crabtree does here. Thanks for joining us on the NoOffSeason.com Sports Network. Bringing you Raptors football all year. My name is Paul Hickey. Drew Crabtree, senior kicker, kicks it, and it's fielded at the 2. This is Lucas Young. Young to the 40. Young 45-50, 45-40, 35-30. Down to the 31 before he's finally tackled by Donovan Starr. And a flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be tacked on at the end of the play here. Donovan Starr, Auburn commit. Two-way player and on special teams. Barely comes off the field. And it's a personal foul face mask. So that's going to put the ball inside the 15-yard line, spotted at about the 13 here. It is half the distance to the goal is what it is. So ball goes from the 26 to the 13. There's only 7:14 to go in the first quarter. And we've already had a very exciting game here. The Admirals played well on their opening drive, picked up 3 or 4 first downs before being stalled out by Raptors defense, and Ravenwood came down and scored behind the rushing of Caden Pace and Maverick Chance. And now here's Brewer Wilson, 1st and 10 from the 13. He has Lucas Young split wide right, and the pass is intended for Young, incomplete. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 13. So Young on the big-time kick return. They go to him again. It's incomplete. Wills Jackson is in the game, split wide left. Young slot left. Sean Gaka in the backfield to Brewer Wilson's left. And the handoff is to Gaka up the middle. Oh, no one touches him. And Sean Gaka in for a 13-yard touchdown to make it 7-6. So the Admirals come right back down on a big-time 74-yard kick return plus a half the distance to the goal face mask penalty, giving them the ball at the 13-yard line of the Raptors. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10 to Lucas Young, and then Sean Gaka up the middle for a touchdown. Franklin trying to throw the Raptors off guard here with a fake 2-point conversion formation into a traditional PAT, and the kick by Wayne Wells is up and good. Senior kicker Wayne Wells ties the score at 7-7. Raptors will field a kickoff after this.
Gentlemen, tonight on one of those nights, as I mentioned pre-game, where you got to bring your own juice. Don't expect the crowd. Don't expect to be as hype as it was last time. Expect you to have to bring your own juice. The standard is the standard. Excellence is the expectation. We cannot let the standard down.
Can't let the standard down here. Well said by Coach Will Hester. And here we are. Now, Ravenwood defense started the game, so Ravenwood offense will receive the second half kickoff, but we're still in the first quarter here, and it's 7-7. So 7:03 to go. Wayne Wells, who hit the PAT a minute ago, will kick off. Donovan Starr, Ben Hubbard back to return. And we'll see what Wells does here. Does he kick to Hubbard or Starr? Easily as explosive, if not more so, than the duo that the Admirals have in Gaka and Young. Starr, really the fastest young man in the state right now, and it's fielded by Max Kimple, senior wide receiver at the 32-yard line. And Kimple takes it out to the 44. Nice gain by Kimple, setting the Raptors up in good field position here. 7-7, 6:55 to go, first quarter. Ravenwood has used the timeout. They have 2 left in the half. Franklin has all 3 of their timeouts remaining. And here comes Femi Babalola. Femi Babalola, highly recruited quarterback by some of the top schools in the country right now. Many, many offers. And he's flanked by Caden Pace. He also has Ben Hubbard and Max Kimple out there with him as wide receivers. So 1st and 10 from the 44. Femi takes the snap in the shotgun, looks to pass, has Ben. Ben juggles it, catches it, and Ben Hubbard takes it all the way down to the 35 of Franklin. So just like that, the Raptors are driving. And Donovan Starr checking into the game now, playing a little offense. Hudson Husak checks out. Husak out, Starr in. Kimple, Hubbard in as well. Caden Pace now lined up wide left, near side. The running back lining up as a wide receiver here on 1st and 10 from the 35. Hubbard in motion. Shovel pass is to Hubbard from Femi, and Hubbard takes it down to the 25-ish yard line. And Husak checks back in. So 2nd and 2 from the 27. Starr comes out. Kimple split wide left. Pace in the backfield. Hubbard in motion. And the handoff is to Pace. Pace is going to take it for a Raptors first down and then some. And Davis Dolan is going to spell Caden Pace after that pickup of about 8 yards. So 1st and 10, Ravenwood from the Admirals 19 now. Under 5.5 to go in the first quarter. And the handoff is to Dowland, right side. Davis Dolan takes it for a gain of about 3, it looks like, 2 or 3. And Donovan Starr checking back in on offense. Spelling Husak. So Davis picked up about 1.5 yards there. 2nd and 8. Starr split left. Dolan in the backfield, and the handoff is to Davis again. Davis with another nice gain of maybe 2 or 3. And here comes Caden Pace. Third and 7, big third down play here for Ravenwood. You'd love to get 6 here and not have to settle for 3. Patrick Sullivan in the ballgame. Max Kimple split wide right. And shovel pass to Ben Hubbard. Oh, they read that one nicely. Franklin stops Ben for no gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. So it looks like Ravenwood's going to attempt a field goal. Gavin Hampton, the sophomore quarterback, is going to hold for Carlos Guerra. Junior kicker. Guerra made a clutch field goal in the 4th quarter at Oakland a few weeks ago to tie the ball game, send it into overtime. Raptors ended up winning that game. This is a 26-yard attempt. Call it a 31-yard attempt for Guerra, and the kick is up and good. Beautifully done. Ravenwood comes down and scores, takes the lead, 10-7 Raptors.
Gentlemen, tonight on one of those nights, as I mentioned pregame, where you got to bring your own juice. Don't expect the crowd, don't expect to be as hype as it was last time. Expect you to have to bring your own juice. The standard is the standard. Excellence is the expectation. We cannot let the standard down.
All right, we're back on the NoOffSeason.com Sports Network. I'm Paul Hickey. This is Raptors football. Week 2 playoffs. Hosting the Franklin Admirals here in Brentwood, Tennessee. And Drew Crabtree will kick it off. Last time he kicked it to Lucas Young. Young returned it 74 yards. Let's see if there's a different kickoff strategy here. With 3:14 to go. We've had an exciting first quarter. 3:14 to go first quarter. Raptors up 10-7. And Drew will just kind of pooch it over to the right. Fielded at the 23-yard line. And the returner taken down right away. So that's safer. Nice move. And here comes the Raptors defense. Trying to protect that lead, get another stop. Wills Jackson now split wide, right side, near side. Lucas Young in the slot. Brewer Wilson. Back to pass, looking to his right, and it's underthrown, intended for Jackson. He had him. Luke Thompson also in the range of the ball and underthrown. So it'll be 2nd and 10. Thanks to those of you tuning in from around the world to witness a phenomenal playoff game here between crosstown rivals Franklin and Ravenwood. Brewer Wilson drops back to pass, steps up in the pocket, and picks up about 6 or 7. Smart move there. He was under pressure. Everyone was covered, stepped up in the pocket. He did have a man deep. Wills Jackson was actually wide open. But it would have been a heck of a throw on the run without his feet set. So he sets himself up for a 3rd and 2, 3rd and short from the 38. Big 3rd down here for the Raptors defense. Would love to get a stop here. Looks like some movement before the snap. Everybody got back onside and set. And the handoff is to Gaka. Gaka hit right away. Sam Rowan. Matt Anderson. Lane Summerall all in on the play there. So no gain for Gaka, and that's going to be 4th down. Although some discussion now down on the field. So the refs are conferring at the 39-yard line about a potential penalty. And looks like maybe something happened after the play. Taking stripes a while here, the little conference, but we're going to get a call. And the call is personal foul on Franklin. That's on number 5, Sean Gaka, after the play. And that's a 15-yard penalty. So that hurts the Admirals and puts the Raptors in great position to hopefully square up a nice punt return here and get into Admirals territory. 4th and 22 now. If I'm not mistaken, it's a 20-yard penalty because it was 3rd and 2. No, it's a 15-yard penalty. I was right the first time. Just under 2 minutes to go first quarter. Franklin lined up to punt.
Touchdown by number 43, Dykstra.
We'll say thank you to our sponsors, Benchmark Physical Therapy, Kerr & Co. Realty, Rapid Response Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. 4th and 22, just under 2 minutes to go first quarter. Ball was on the 36. Now it's back to the 22. Admirals back to punt. And the kick is up. Good hang time here. Cy Longley back. Waves for a fair catch. Lets it roll. And it's downed by the Admirals at the Raptors 43-yard line. Hudson Dykstra there on special teams. A sophomore downed it for Franklin. And here comes the Raptors offense led by Maverick Chance. So alternating QBs, we're going to have Max Kimple split wide right, Ben Hubbard split wide left, Sullivan and Pace, and Hudson Husak. So 2 tight end set here with Husak and Sullivan. Chance waves Sullivan in motion, now set. Chance takes the snap, hands off to Caden Pace. Pace spins for maybe a yard. They give Caden 2, and 1:27 to go first quarter, 2nd and 8. Ball now on the 45-yard line. Ravenwood keeps the same personnel in the ball game. Maverick hands to, I think, fakes to Pace, takes it himself, and Maverick, not easy to bring down. Maverick Chance keeps those legs pushing. He's extremely strong, and he picks up 3 more yards here. They give him a couple more than that, so it's 3rd and 3. Ball right on the 50-yard line now. Almost at the end of this very, very exciting first quarter. 30 seconds to go. 3rd and 3 Raptors. Again, my name is Paul Hickey. Thank you for joining us. Caden Pace to Maverick Chance's right. And Chance drops back to pass. Has Kimple for a first down. Senior wide receiver Max Kimple moves the chains. Picks up a total of about 6 yards there. So first down, Ravenwood. Kimple takes it down to the 44. 14 seconds to go first quarter. You are watching Raptors football on the nooffseason.com sports network. This is playoffs week 2. Hudson Husak and Patrick Sullivan in motion. And we're going to get a timeout here, it looks like. I think Coach Hester wants a timeout with 14 seconds to go first quarter. That's Coach Hester's 2nd timeout of the half. We'll be right back.
Gentlemen, tonight on one of those nights, as I mentioned pre-game, where you got to bring your own juice. Don't expect the crowd. Don't expect to be as hype as it was last time. Expect you to have to bring your own juice. The standard is the standard. Excellence is the expectation. We cannot let the standard down.
We're back at the nest. It's been a heck of a season thus far. Great hype reel, highlight reel there by Ravenwood student Luke Campbell. And here comes Maverick. Fakes to pace, drops back to pass, has forever. Steps up in the pocket now and rolls to his right. Incomplete. Intended, I believe, for Patrick Sullivan. Davis Dolan checking in for Caden Pace. We're going to get, I believe, a flag. So, penalty on Ravenwood. Looks like holding. Repeat first down, but back up the Raptors by 10 yards. 6 seconds to go in the first quarter. Here comes junior wide receiver Cy Longley in the ballgame. So Longley and Kimple split left. Sorry, Hubbard near side. Kimple split right. Longley slot left. Pace in the backfield. Sullivan in motion. Chance. 6 seconds to go first quarter. Drops back to pass. Under pressure. Stepping up in the pocket. And underthrowing Ben Hubbard. Incomplete. So that's the end of the first quarter. Raptors up 10-7. We'll be right back on the NoOffSeason.com Sports Network.
Gentlemen, tonight on one of those nights, as I mentioned pregame, where you got to bring your own juice. Don't expect the crowd. Don't expect to be as hype as it was last time. Expect you to have to bring your own juice. The standard is the standard. Excellence is the expectation. We cannot let the standard down.
Playoffs 2024 indeed. My guy Luke Campbell providing the hype reels here. And here come the Raptors on offense. 2nd and 20 as we come back from the quarter break. Raptors up 10-7 at the end of the first quarter. We're here to start the second on the NoOffSeason.com Sports Network. Ben Hubbard and Donovan Starr checking in the game. They will flank Chance with Kimple in the slot left. And Davis Dolan to his right. Chance drops back to pass. Doesn't have anybody. Steps up. And he's still on his feet. There goes Maverick. 35-30. 25. No one's going to touch him. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Maverick Chance. Ravenwood Raptors go up 16-7 on a 54-yard touchdown run by junior quarterback Maverick Chance. First play of the second quarter, and here comes Drew Crabtree for the extra point. What a phenomenal run. Maverick just kind of got lost in a sea of linemen there and then burst out of the pack. No one would touch him from there. That's his second rushing TD on the day and his 15th for the season.
Brought to you by Ravenwood Raptors, football cheer, your local football cheer organization.
And here comes Drew Crabtree. Raptors finally starting to bring their own juice, per head coach Will Hester. They needed to do it. Drew makes it 17-7. Let's watch this juice-filled hype reel one more time. We'll be right back.
Gentlemen, tonight are one of those nights, as I mentioned pregame, where you got to bring your own juice. Don't expect the crowd, don't expect to be as hype as it was last time. Expect you to have to bring your own juice. The standard is the standard. Excellence is the expectation. We cannot let the standard down.
Did you ever think that Coach Hester would say the word juice so many times? I didn't, but I love it. And here comes Drew Crabtree to kick it away to Franklin again. Up 17-7 now, feeling like a more familiar spot for Ravenwood. Lucas Young, Luke Thompson, and Sean Gacka are all back to return this. And we'll see what Drew does here. A wall of return men for Franklin, clearly stating by their actions that their special teams kickoff return is important to their offense. And it surely was on their second drive of the game when a Sean Gacka touchdown run was set up by a Lucas Young 76-yard kickoff return. So Coach Hester and Drew Crabtree have taken note and adjusted, and this one goes to Thompson, tripped up by Wyatt Appleton. Great tackle by Wyatt Appleton in the open field on Thompson, and Thompson taken down at the 34-yard line, gets up limping a little bit. Luke Thompson has been a bit of a factor, the junior wide receiver here for Franklin. Made a couple of plays on offense on their first drive. And it looks like there was a penalty on Franklin on the return. So the Admirals are backed up a bit. So instead of taking over at the 35, they take over at the 25. Three wide receivers split to Brewer Wilson's left. Young, Jackson, and Jack Flynn. And the pass is caught by Gacka out of the backfield. Gacka out to the 35-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds by Kenner Schlitt. First down, Admirals. We're bringing the juice here tonight on the nooffseason.com sports network. Raptors football. Second meeting against these Admirals from Franklin here at home in the last month. First and 10, Admirals, 11:26 to go in the half from their own 36. Wilson fakes the handoff to Gacka, completes the pass over the middle caught by Luke Thompson. Thompson taken down by Austin Mayfield, and a flag on the play. Jalen Pollard also in on the stop. And we're walking in the direction of the Admirals end zone. So this one's on Franklin.
Check it out, Franklin.
$11:21 to go until halftime. It's going to be 1st and 16 now. Ball back on the 30-yard line of Franklin. And Gacka to the right of Wilson. Jack Flynn in motion. Wilson rolls out to his right. Pressure by Elliott Hampton forces Gacka to throw it away. No Admiral really anywhere near that one, thrown out of bounds. So it's going to be 2nd and 16. Franklin definitely has passed more than any other team that has played against us all season. In both meetings this year, they've already had more pass attempts than any other opponent. Last meeting against Franklin, Lane Summerall led the Raptors with 9 tackles. Sam Rowan had 7. Jaden Smitherman had 6. 2nd and 16, Wilson in the shotgun. And snap taken, but whistle blows the play dead right away. Flag on the play. This is on Franklin again. So they're going to back up 5 more yards. It's going to be 2nd and 21 from the 26 now. So things going well for the Raptors defense here on this drive. Wilson under pressure by Austin Mayfield, and Sam Rowan has to throw it away incomplete, out of bounds right side again. Great pass pressure by the Raptors there. Mayfield broke through first. Rowan was in pursuit. Jalen Ellis also out there doing his job on the defensive line. It's going to be 3rd and 21 from the 26. Again, longer first half than normal because Franklin does pass quite a bit. Now, 4 wide receivers and a timeout. Timeout taken by Franklin, so that's their first of the half. With just under 11 minutes to go until halftime. Gacka was split as a wide receiver on that formation, with Thompson King entering the ball game at running back. Take a moment to thank our sponsors, Kerr & Co. Realty, Rapid Response Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, Andrews Transportation Group, Holt Insurance, Wilson Bank, Brentwood Blaze Youth Football and Cheer, A Moment's Peace, Benchmark Physical Therapy, nooffseason.com. In the house.
Number 3, Hampton. 4th down, Franklin.
So we come out of this timeout. You see Jalen Pollard, Kenner Schlitt, Jaden Smitherman, Donovan Starr, Wyatt Appleton, Matt Anderson, Lane Summerall, Sam Rowan, Jalen Ellis, Elliott Hampton, Austin Mayfield are your 11 out there for Ravenwood. And 4 wide receivers for Franklin. Wilson back to pass, steps up in the pocket, and he's taken down by Elliott Hampton from behind after a gain of about 2. Great tackle by Elliott Hampton to stop the Admirals' drive. It'll be 4th and about 19 now, forcing Franklin to punt again. Raptors defense stays on the field. Coach Hester doesn't trust that this is an actual punt. So the exact same 11 stay on the field, and Wells gets it away. Longley is back to call a fair catch. So they did swap Longley in the game. Sy calls for a fair catch, lets it bounce, downed by Franklin at the 32. Ravenwood will take over with 10:06 to go till the half. 1st and 10 Raptors. Ball on their own 33 right after this.
Gentlemen, tonight are one of those nights, as I mentioned pre-game, where you got to bring your own juice. Don't expect the crowd. Don't expect to be as hype as it was last time.
You got to bring your own juice, Will Hester says, and here we go. Paul Hickey on the NoOffSeason.com Sports Network. Raptors lining up 1st and 10. 10:06 to go till halftime. Ball on the 33. 3 wide receivers. Femi Babalola back in the ball game at quarterback. Babalola drops back to pass. Has Kimple. Nicely thrown ball. Kimple well covered, though, and Max can't get to that one. He had the hops to get up to it, almost hauled it in, but just a little too high out of Max's range. Femi throws a nice ball. Just that one was into coverage, and Donovan Starr is going to check into the game. Patrick Sullivan in the ball game. Max Kimple stays in there. Femi in the shotgun. And he keeps it himself. Nice run play. Femi picks up about 6 on 2nd down. So that'll bring up about 3rd and about 4. And Hudson Husak checking in for Max Kimple. Here comes Sy Longley in for Donovan. The big 3rd and 3 here with 9:35 till halftime. Clock running. Ball on the 40. Longley near side. Femi hands it to Dolan, I believe. And it is barely enough for a Raptors 1st down. So Raptors moving the chains. Davis Dolan picks up the 1st down. Got about 3 on the play, just enough needed. And Longley near side again. Dolan in the backfield. Femi Babalola back to pass. Has Longley to his right, hauled in by Sy. Great catch. Nice timing pattern there. Femi hit him in stride, and Sy has a nice gain on 1st down. It's going to be about 2nd and 3. Longley gets the Raptors into Admirals territory. And Max Kimple checks back into the ball game. So 2nd and 3, 8:45 to go till halftime. Ball on the 49. Kimple, Longley, and Hubbard in the game. Dolan in the backfield. Femi fakes to Dolan, takes it himself on the keeper. Femi has enough for the 1st down, but there's a flag on the play. And it's holding on Ravenwood. Cruz Kelly checks into the ball game for Sy Longley. Femi limping a little bit, but he's okay. Hopping around. So what would have been a Raptors 1st down is negated by the holding call. And instead of 1st and 10, it's going to be 2nd and 11. Ball now on the 43. Cruz Kelly, Ben Hubbard, Max Kimple, Davis Dolan in the backfield, Sullivan at tight end, Babalola in the shotgun. Sullivan in motion. Babalola has Sullivan, overthrows him way over his head, too high. Femi needs to dial in the accuracy a little bit. Looked a little careless on that throw. Had Patrick. Would have set up 3rd and 5. Instead, it's going to be 3rd and 11 again. 8:20 to go till the half. Max Kimple back in the ball game. If the Raptors can get something going here, it could put things a bit out of reach heading into halftime. But as of now, it's still a 2-score game. Hubbard in motion. Babalola has Ben. Ben Hubbard picks up a nice 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th and 6. Here comes the punting unit. Crabtree back to punt. 4th and 6 from midfield. I wonder if this is a fake or a punt. Raptors, this is doable here on 4th and 6. We'll see what happens. 7:40 and counting till halftime. It's a fake. Jalen Pollard has it. Pollard, left side, has enough for the first down. Jalen Pollard, multi-talented young man. Safety on defense, amazing special teams, has a couple rushing touchdowns on the year on offense, and taking the snap there in the fake punt, picking up 8 yards on 4th and 6. So that keeps the Raptors drive alive, which is clutch, trying to extend this 10-point lead before halftime and then receive the second half kickoff. So Femi is in the game. Kimple, Sullivan, Hudson Husak, Caden Pace, and Ben Hubbard. And the handoff is to Caden Pace. Pace up the middle. He has about 8 before he's taken down. However, there is some laundry on the field from one of the stripes. And this one's coming back, unfortunately. 6:52 to go till halftime. Flag on the play. So instead of 2nd and 2, it's going to be 1st and 15 from the 49. Pace in the backfield. Sullivan in motion. Oh, horrible snap. Femi wasn't ready for it, and Caden Pace falls on it. That's a real play, folks. So the clock keeps running, and that's a loss of, I want to say, 6 on the play. Snap at Babalola's feet. Femi just let it sit there, and Caden Pace astutely fell on the ball because it was a live ball. 2nd and 22. Ball on the 44 now. Femi back to pass. Has Donovan over the middle. He also has Max. Scrambles just a little high for Donovan Starr. Almost hauled it in, though. And then almost picked up by Sean Gaka. Incomplete. So it's going to be 3rd and 22. Just under 6 minutes to go now till halftime. Playoffs week 2. Big time matchup. Ravenwood versus Franklin. Cy Longley in the game now. Donovan Starr checks out. So Ben Hubbard, Cy Longley. Pace in the backfield. Kimple, Sullivan, Babalola in the shotgun. 3rd and 22. Femi goes for Ben. Batted down, incomplete. And it'll be 4th and 22. Raptors send down the punting unit, most likely for real this time. Drew Crabtree. He can flip the field with the best of them. So while the Raptors were unable to put points on the board on that drive, they did extend the drive on a 4th and 6 conversion by Jalen Pollard on a fake punt. Took a couple more minutes off the clock, and we're going to get a timeout on the field. So we'll be back in a minute. NoOffseason.com Sports Network, Raptors football up 17-7 at home against Franklin.
Gentlemen, tonight are one of those nights, as I mentioned pre-game, where you got to bring your own juice. Don't expect the crowd, don't expect to be as hype as it was last time. Expect you to have to bring your own juice. The standard is the standard. Excellence is the expectation. We cannot let the standard down.
That timeout was charged to the Franklin Admirals. That's their second of the half. So each team has one timeout remaining till halftime. Gaka back to return Crabtree's kick. And it's a good one, out of bounds at about the 35. Not Drew's best, but not bad either. So Raptors defense will take the field. Try to keep the Admirals scoreless for the remainder of this first half. So here's Brewer Wilson again. Lucas Young out there. Wills Jackson out there. Luke Thompson. Those three young men all split left, near side. Thompson King in the backfield. Jack Flynn in motion, now set. Wilson. Flushed out of the pocket to the right. Pressure by Mayfield. And Mayfield almost got him, but Wilson escaped pressure, threw it away, incomplete right side. 2nd and 10. Raptors varsity boys basketball season about to tip off next week. I will be there broadcasting the home opener against Mount Juliet on Tuesday next week. 2nd down and 10. Wilson back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Hampton there. Mayfield also there. Incomplete again. Looked like a replay of that last first down play. It'll be 3rd and 10, and Sam Rowan checking into the ball game now to spell Cooper midget. Jackson, Young, and Thompson split left. Gaka in the backfield. Wilson takes it. Spins right. Looks for Gaka on the screen. Incomplete. Sean dropped it. 5:17 to go till halftime. That'll be 4th and 10 Franklin from the 48. So great defense there by Ravenwood. Each team with one timeout left till halftime. That could become a critical factor here to how this first half plays out.
With a bit to go in the first half, Stewart 3-3. Bruin 0.
And it looks like another timeout is taken, so we'll be right back after this.
Gentlemen, tonight are one of those nights, as I mentioned pre-game, where you got to bring your own juice. Don't expect the crowd, don't expect to be as hype as it was last time. Expect you to have to bring your own juice. The standard is the standard. Excellence is the expectation. We cannot let the standard down. Hi, Mom.
So that timeout was taken by Franklin, and they are out of timeouts for the half. It is 4th and 10, Admirals. It looks like they're going to go for it. Hence the timeout to talk it over. Brewer Wilson in the shotgun, and Wilson drops back to pass, looks to his right. Don't know who he was throwing it to. Incomplete. Ravenwood takes over on downs here. Big time stand by the Raptors D. 5:13 to go till halftime. And if Coach Hester continues the alternating quarterbacks, it would be Maverick Chance taking the field, and it is. So here comes Maverick. He's got Hudson Husak and Patrick Sullivan out there. Caden Pace on the backfield. Chance in the shotgun. And he takes it himself after faking to Caden. And he's taken down for probably a loss of 1. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. 5:03 and counting till halftime. Ben Hubbard in there, split wide right near side. Max Kimple slot right. Chance with it has Ben. Ben is going to run with it. Ben to the 40, 35, 30. Ben Hubbard all the way down to the 27-yard line before he's taken down. Big time first down there by Maverick Chance to Ben Hubbard. And Ravenwood wants to stay in the huddle here. First and 10 from the 27 of the Admirals. Hubbard left, Kimple right, Sullivan in at tight end, and Pace in the backfield. Chance hands off to Caden. Caden left side. And it looks like Caden picked up another first down. First and 10 Raptors from the 27 on the Caden Pace carry left side, and Pace remains in the backfield. Chance in the shotgun. 3:37 to go till halftime. Maverick has it, looks right, has Max Kimple wide open. Max with a great catch and run, taken down at the 1-yard line. Max Kimple sets up a first and goal from the 1. And here comes Jalen Pollard, Austin Mayfield, and Elliott Hampton on offense. So Patrick Sullivan stays in at tight end. Kimple stays in at wide out. Other than that, it's the jumbo set with Hampton in at tight end as an extra blocker. Mayfield and Pollard flanking Chance to his left. Maverick is going to take it in himself. He leaps over the defender, and he's in for a Raptors touchdown. Maverick Chance, number 16 on the season, 3rd rushing touchdown today. And we're still in the first half, 23-7 Ravenwood. And out for the PAT is Drew Crabtree. So the Admirals were hanging tight for a while. Raptors now starting to pull away right before halftime. 23-7, and Drew Crabtree. Check that. Carlos Guerra, junior kicker Carlos Guerra, hits the extra point. So 24-7, Ravenwood. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
Gentlemen, tonight on one of those nights, as I mentioned pre-game, where you got to bring your own juice. Don't expect the crowd, don't expect to be as hype as it was last time. Expect you to have to bring your own juice. The standard is the standard. Excellence is the expectation. We cannot let the standard down.
Everything matters, and Ravenwood's getting it done. So if the Raptors can hold the Admirals here on defense with less than 3 minutes to go in the half, Ravenwood will receive the second half kick up 24-7. But it's a bit premature because still a lot of time to go in the half, and Franklin has moved the ball well today against the stout Raptors defense. So the wall of returners is back: Young, Thompson, and Gaka. Drew going to kick it away. Leaves it short of the return wall. And it's Bennett Anderson or Andrew Dixon, number 2, falling on it. So Franklin will not have very good field position. Great kick by Drew Crabtree, like very well executed there. Ball at the 20-yard line now. Thanks again for joining us here. We're still in the first half. Raptors up 24-7 against the Admirals. Paul Hickey on the NoOffSeason.com Sports Network with you all season here for Ravenwood football, and broadcasting 11 basketball games, boys varsity basketball games starting next Tuesday night at the Nest. Gaka in motion. Wilson takes it and he's hit. Dodges the first hit by Hampton. He's taken down, sacked by Austin Mayfield. Big time sack by Austin Mayfield. So 2:30 to go till the half. Clock is running. Not much time for Franklin to get something going here. It's not going your way when your passing offense gets sacked, and now it's 2nd and 16. Raptors have brought the pressure ever since that opening drive. And Wilson back to pass, lofts it up, and Donovan Starr picks it off. Well read by Donovan Starr, and Starr still on his feet at the 25, 20, 15. Starr pushed out of bounds at the 11. What a play by Donovan Starr, setting up Raptors first down from the 11 coming up here with 1:50 to go in the half. And Donovan Starr setting up 1st and 10 from the 12. Babalola in the game now. Drops back to pass, looking, rolling left, still on his feet under pressure, and he's just going to toss it away out of bounds. So Femi Babalola couldn't find a receiver. Franklin, good job on the coverage. Number 6, David Dolan. Going down by Burley. Second down, Ravenwood. And it looks like there was a flag on the play on Ravenwood. So we're going to repeat first down. 5-yard penalty. So 1st and 15, ball on the 17 now. Kimple, Husak, Hubbard, Dolan in the backfield. Sullivan in at tight end with the 2 tight end set with Husak. Femi hands to Davis Dolan. Dolan up the middle for a nice gain. And Davis Dolan will set up 2nd and 6. Nice gain of 9 by Davis there on 1st and 15. 1 and 20 to go till the half. Clock running. Ball on the 8. Raptors huddling up. And Davis in the backfield. Femi directing Ben Hubbard left side. Kimple split wide right. Sullivan in motion. 58 seconds to go, and Femi takes a timeout. So Femi Babalola saw something, signaled for a timeout. 56 seconds to go. And we'll be right back. Raptors football on the NoOffSeason.com Sports Network.
Gentlemen, tonight on one of those nights, as I mentioned pregame, where you got to bring your own juice. Don't expect the crowd. Don't expect to be as hype as it was last time. Expect you to have to bring your own juice. The standard is the standard. Excellence is the expectation. We cannot let the standard down.
Okay, so that was Donovan Starr's 2nd interception of the year. Austin Mayfield has 2. Wyatt Appleton has 2. And Jaden Smitherman leads the team with 4. So Donovan Starr with his 2nd interception of the year, setting up this Raptors possession. And Dolan in the backfield on 2nd and 6. Here we are from the 8. Femi looks to his right. Has Max Kimple, touchdown Raptors! Nice toe tap by Max Kimple as he hauls in the Femi Babalola pass. 8-yard TD. Babalola to Kimple. And Raptors are up 30-7 just like that. And here comes Crabtree for the PAT. What a first half. What a second quarter for Ravenwood. About to go up 31-7 on the Crabtree PAT with 49 seconds to go till halftime. So Donovan Starr, the two-way player, has 5 receiving touchdowns and 2 interceptions on the season now. And that's Max Kimple's 5th receiving touchdown of the season. Ravenwood up 31-7, 49 seconds to go until halftime. We were not anticipating a running clock in the second half. We could have one. Raptors will receive the second half kickoff. We'll be right back.
In pregame, where you got to bring your own juice. Don't expect the crowd. Don't expect to be as hype as it was last time. Expect you to have to bring your own juice. The standard is the standard. Excellence is the expectation. We cannot let the standard down.
Crabtree now on to kick to Franklin. Thompson, Gaka, and Young back to return. And Crabtree's done a great job on the last 3 kickoffs, avoiding the big kickoff return. Lucas Young had a big one that set up a Gaka touchdown. That's been Franklin's only score. Seems like forever ago, though. It was to tie the game 7-7, and now there's been 24 unanswered points by Ravenwood. Crabtree kicks it, and it's fielded by Thompson. Thompson takes it at the 5, and he's out to the 20, 25, 30, 35, almost out to the 38-yard line. Luke Thompson. 42 seconds to go till halftime. Here comes the Raptors defense in the red jerseys. So Brewer Wilson, the senior quarterback's going to try to get something going with 42 seconds left. Gaka slot left and Lucas Young near side left. And Wilson drops back to pass, steps up in the pocket, doesn't have anybody. He's going to slide for a gain of about 7 or 8. And Elliott Hampton was there, but Wilson slid down. So Franklin definitely feeling the pressure here. 4 wide. They're going to continue to try to pass the ball, and because of the great pressure by the defensive line, they haven't been able to get anything going. This pass incomplete to Lucas Young. Donovan Starr right there. They're talking smack. They're in each other's face. And Stripes needs to get in there and break that up. No flag on the play. Could have been an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on probably both of those guys, but the refs wise on the no call here. Ravenwood up 31-7. 13 seconds to go till halftime. Here's Brewer Wilson in the shotgun, and he's going to look to his right, and it's incomplete. He's struggling. He's not even anywhere near the wide receiver. And Luke Thompson was the intended receiver. Looks like Wilson check that. That is Sims Armentrout, the senior offensive lineman down on the field. So it's 4th and 2 from the 43. Armentrout down on the field, and we'll be right back.
Gentlemen, tonight on one of those nights, as I mentioned pregame, where you got to bring your own juice. Don't expect the crowd, don't expect to be as hype as it was last time. Expect you to have to bring your own juice. The standard is the standard. Excellence is the expectation. We cannot let the standard down.
And we're back at the Nest. Paul Hickey on the NoOffSeason.com Sports Network. It's been a very exciting second quarter. 24 unanswered points by Ravenwood. 8 seconds to go in the half. 4th and 3. Wells back to punt for Franklin. And the snap is way over his head. It's way over his head. He tries to pick it up and punt it again. He's hit. Ball still loose on the field, picked up by Ravenwood and taken down. And that was Lane Summerall back there first for Ravenwood. I believe Jalen Pollard picked it up, but that's the half. So Ravenwood goes into halftime up 31-7, and Ravenwood will receive the second half kick. We're going to be back in a little bit with some sounds from the field here at the Nest. I'm Paul Hickey on the NoOffSeason.com Sports Network. We'll be back in about 20 minutes with the second half.
Gentlemen, tonight on one of those nights, as I mentioned pregame, where you got to bring your own juice. Don't expect the crowd, don't expect to be as hype as it was last time. Expect you to have to bring your own juice. The standard is the standard. Excellence is the expectation. We cannot let the standard down.
Thanks to Luke Campbell. Thanks to the Red Zone Club here at Ravenwood High School. I'm Paul Hickey. I'm the nooffseason.com sports network. There you see the clock in the lower right-hand portion of your screen. So 14 and a half minutes and counting till the second half, where your Raptors will receive the second half kickoff. I'm going to leave you with some sounds from the field. You'll get some halftime entertainment here in a second from the Ravenwood Raptorettes, and I'll be back for the second half in about 14 minutes.
Hey fans, that was a great time to visit the Raptor merchandise trolley to check out all the new gear for 2024. Support the Red Zone Club and stock up on your Raptor merchandise tonight. Your event tonight is brought to you by Ravenwood. Let's stand up and get loud for these incredible dancers.
Listen up, shout it out, everybody in the house. Stomp your feet, clap your hands, come on, kick it with the band. We're all about tradition, we don't mind the train. We got just one condition now. We like it loud, we like it funky. The party won't be revving till we crank it to 11. Get it rockin', our boots are knockin'. We're gonna say it proud. We love our country and we like it loud. From out in California, New York to Tennessee. Come on if you're with us, let us hear you scream like it loud. We like it loud. We like it loud. We like it. We like it. We like it loud. We like it honky. The party won't be ready till we can get to it loud again. I'm losing again. We're gonna say it proud. We love our country and we like it loud. We love our country and we like it loud.
And let's keep the applause going. The competition team earlier today won a TWF championship in the Jazz division. Congratulations, ladies. If you want to keep up with everything Ravenwood Athletics, download the Ravenwood Athletics app. You can find scores, news, and pictures from Ravenwood Athletic events. Use the QR code on the screen to download the app now. Students, come join the boys and girls basketball teams tonight following the game as they host the first annual Late Night in the Nest. The event will begin following tonight's game. The first 125 students will receive a t-shirt and a piece of pizza. There will be a three-point contest, half-court shooting contest, dizzy bat layups, and many more fun activities. Help the basketball teams kick off their season at Late Night in the Nest.
We the boys. We the boys. We making noise. We the boys. We the boys. We making noise. We the boys. We the boys. We the boys. We making noise. We the boys. We the boys. We making noise. We the boys.
So we talked about it on Monday. There's all kinds of opportunity between us and 48 minutes from now and a little bit extra if it takes it. There's a whole lot of opportunity between us. We've been striving for one thing and one
We got about 3 minutes until the start of the second half here on the NoOffSeason.com Sports Network. I'm Paul Hickey with you. This is Raptors football. First half stats here. At the end of the first quarter, Ravenwood had just kicked a field goal to go up 10-7. They then proceeded to score 21 points in the second quarter, dominating Franklin. That's 24 straight unanswered points to go up 31-7 at halftime. Ravenwood will receive the second half kickoff here in a few minutes, but 13 first downs for Ravenwood to 6 for Franklin. How about this? 278 total yards to only 39 total net yards for Franklin. That obviously doesn't include the 76-yard kickoff return by Lucas Young in the first quarter. But Ravenwood 9 for 14 through the air with 1 TD, and Franklin 4 for 19 through the air with 1 interception, no passing TDs. 93 net passing yards for the Raptors, 48 net passing yards for Franklin. 21 carries for 185 yards for Ravenwood. How about this? 9 carries for a net -9 rushing yards for Franklin. That's how good the Ravenwood defense is. Now, you ask yourself, how can that be? Well, there's a couple of sacks, and those count as negative rushing yards. So Ravenwood just dominating, especially in the second quarter. Maverick Chance 4 for 5 for 48 yards in the air. Femi Babalola 5 for 9 for 45 yards in the air with 1 touchdown to Max Kimple. Chance really the MVP of the game so far for Ravenwood with his legs. How about the 6 carries for 129 rushing yards along a 54, 3 rushing TDs. Maverick Chance is averaging 21.5 yards per carry tonight. Caden Pace 6 carries for 33 yards. Davis Dolan 4 carries for 10 yards. Ben Hubbard has 5 catches for 58 yards. Kimple has 3 catches for 28 in that tutty. Cy Longley has 1 catch for 7 yards. And Sean Gacka has a 13-yard rushing touchdown. Really the lone highlight other than the Lucas Young kickoff return that set up that play for Franklin. And we're almost ready to get the second half underway here. We're going to play this hype reel by Luke Campbell one more time, and I'll be right back for likely Donovan Starr and Ben Hubbard to return the second half kick.
Gentlemen, tonight on one of those nights, as I mentioned pregame, where you got to bring your own juice. Don't expect the crowd. Don't expect to be as hype as it was last time. Expect you to have to bring your own juice. The standard is the standard. Excellence is the expectation. We cannot let the standard down. Hi, Mom.
I've said it all year, whether on the air or off the air, this is the most fun I've ever had watching any team play. And we're going to mute the field sound here for the start of the second half. We're just about 2 minutes away from the kickoff. Most fun I've had watching any team play for sure. Likely to go 12-0 on the season, 2-0 in the playoffs here. Anything can happen, but when you're up 31-7, you're feeling pretty good about yourself. So this Ravenwood team is showing no signs of anything other than just dominating their opponent. And we're going to see Ravenwood field the opening second half kickoff here in a few minutes. Maybe even try to put more points on the board. We'll see if Coach Hester goes with reserves to start the second half, or we'll see if he goes with the starters out there. And with more time likely being added to the clock here at halftime, we're going to look at this hype reel one more time, and I'll be right back.
Gentlemen, tonight on one of those nights, as I mentioned pregame, where you got to bring your own juice. Don't expect the crowd, don't expect to be as hype as it was last time. Expect you to have to bring your own juice. The standard is the standard. Excellence is the expectation. We cannot let the standard down.
Just moments away from the second half kickoff. Extra time to let the punters and kickers get a little practice time in here. Paul Hickey on the nooffseason.com sports network. Thanks for joining us. The largest crowd we've ever had here for a live stream this season, so appreciate that. All of you tuning in from around the world for the playoffs. We had a little fun last week in the fourth quarter with the live chat. So if you're in the live chat here on YouTube, feel free to drop a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. Are you in Middle Tennessee and can't make it out to 30 some degree weather here in Brentwood, or are you in a different state? Are you in a different part of the state? Are you in a different country? And who are you cheering for here? What Raptor are you related to? We'd love to hear from you in the live chat. Again, let's thank some of our sponsors here. The Ravenwood Red Zone definitely makes this all happen. So shout out to the Red Zone, Kerr & Co. Realty, Rapid Response Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, Andrews Transportation Group, Holt Insurance, Wilson Bank, Brentwood Blaze Youth Football and Cheer, A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa, Benchmark Physical Therapy. A lot of great sponsors here. Very fortunate to have them. Raptors coming off a 42-0 win at home last week against Cane Ridge in the first round of the playoffs. Caden Pace and Maverick Chance each had 2 rushing touchdowns in that one. Maverick had a touchdown in the air. Femi threw a touchdown as well. Jaden Morris, senior wide receiver, caught a touchdown pass in the second half. Maverick has 3 rushing touchdowns in the first half tonight. And it looks like we're ready to get this second half underway. Wayne Wells, the senior kicker for Franklin, lining up. Again, thanks for joining us. My name's Paul Hickey. This is the nooffseason.com sports network. You're, of course, watching Raptors football in their red jerseys with bright gold numbers that I can see here. And so can you, most likely, which makes it fun. Their all black uniforms are sweet, but it's really hard to see the red numbers with gold trim on them. And nice camera work here as well from the booth tonight. from our Pixelot camera. And here's Wayne Wells. Wells kicks off, and it's through the end zone for a touchback over the head of Donovan Starr. So Raptors will take over 1st and 10. A lot of breathing room. 24-point lead to start the second half. Raptors take over from the Admirals 20, from their own 20, rather. Sorry, and Davis Dolan in the backfield. Maverick Chance in at quarterback. Kimple and Hubbard. So the starters are all out there. Dolan, last year's leading rusher. He's a junior this year. And the handoff is to Dolan. Dolan with a big carry on first down. And this is a gain of about 13 on first down. So Davis, actually it's about 16. So Davis Dolan with a big time gain on first down for a Raptors first down. And the clock is ticking. 11:45 to go, third quarter. Ball on the 38. Hubbard in motion. Handoff to Dolan one more time. And this time Davis met after a gain of about 2. They're going to give Davis more like 3.5, 4 on that one. So nice pickup by Davis. And Cy Longley checking into the ball game for Hudson Husak. 2nd and 7. Ball on the 41. Clock now ticking under 11 minutes. And timeout on the field taken by Ravenwood. So Coach Hester spends his first time out of the second half, and we'll be right back after this.
Gentlemen, tonight are one of those nights, as I mentioned pregame, where you got to bring your own juice. Don't expect the crowd. Don't expect to be as hype as it was last time. Expect you to have to bring your own juice. The standard is the standard. Excellence is the expectation. We cannot let...
And Raptors take the field. Dolan remains in the backfield. So Hubbard, Longley, Kimple, Sullivan, Maverick Chance in the gun, Dolan in the backfield. Clock stopped on the timeout by Coach Hester. 2 left in the half for Ravenwood. Sullivan in motion. Handoff is to Dolan. Dolan up the middle. Great speed by Davis Dolan and a huge gain for another Raptors first down to the 36 of Franklin. So a gain of about 25 there by Davis Dolan. Dolan getting it rolling here. And Chance on first down, takes it himself. Chance up the middle. Picks up another 9. Maverick Chance, as I mentioned, had 129 rushing yards at the half. So that gets him just under 140 for the day. And it's 2nd and about 2. Caden Pace in the backfield. Handoff is to Caden Pace. Pace up the middle for another 10. Raptors just running it down the Admirals' throats in the first 2 minutes of the second half. And a flag on the play. So it looks like this one's probably going to come back. Pace with 33 yards rushing in the first half. Picked up 9 there, but this one's coming back, likely holding on Ravenwood. It sure takes the refs a while to get things figured out, and it's holding on number 71, Kyle Larkin. So Larkin, an MTSU commit, along with teammate Ben Hubbard. Called for the hold here. And it's going to back up the Raptors. So it's going to remain first down. But now it's going to be 1st and 10 instead of 2nd and 2. So the clock continues to run. 1st and 10. Ball on the 37 of the Admirals. Handoff is to Pace again. It's not going to matter because Pace is going to pick up another first down here. Caden Pace just put the Raptors right back where they were, picking up another first down. And I guess they're going to mark it a little bit short. So it's going to be 2nd and about 2. But that's where we just were before the Larkin penalty. So 2nd and 1. Ball on the 28. And 9.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Coach Hester wants to run some clock, and that's just what he's doing. Handoff is to Pace again. Pace gets a first down and more. Down to the 18. So 1st and 10 Raptors. Ball now on the 19-yard line. 9 minutes to go. Chance fakes to Pace, takes it himself up the middle. Chance all the way down to the 4. Maverick Chance tacks on another 14 yards rushing. That gets him over 150 for the day. And it's going to be 1st and goal from the 5. Raptors going no huddle. Handoff is to Caden Pace. Pace up the middle, and he's short. So it'll remain 1st and goal, but 2nd and goal, but he picked up a couple. So it'll be 2nd and goal from about the 3. Raptors no huddle again, trying to punch this one in. And the handoff is to Caden Pace, and he gets in this time. Touchdown, Raptors! Caden Pace into the end zone. Raptors now up 37-7. So unstoppable Raptors running attack. Picking up 80 yards on several rushing plays. Couple penalties. Here comes Carlos Guerra for the extra point. 80 yards all on the ground for a Raptors touchdown, and Guerra is going to likely make it 38-7 right here. And he does. So Ravenwood 38, Franklin 7, 8:21 to go, third quarter. We'll be right back with Ravenwood kicking to Franklin after this.
Gentlemen, tonight on one of those nights, as I mentioned pregame, where you got to bring your own juice. Don't expect the crowd. Don't expect to be as hype as it was last time. Expect you to have to bring your own juice. The standard is the standard. Excellence is the expectation. We cannot let the standard down.
With the Raptors blowing out the Admirals, I asked the live chat to shout out where you are and who you're rooting for. And Jody Richardson says, let's go number 56, Jasper Quisenberry. His cousins are here cheering him on from Morgantown, West Virginia. And I know Coach Quisenberry as well does a great job with the strength and conditioning of this team. Definitely want to shout out Coach Q and Jasper, his son. Great season. Thanks, Jody, for the shout out. Morgantown, West Virginia. Love it. So here's Crabtree's kick, and it's fielded by Andrew Dixon, and Dixon takes it into Raptors territory before he's taken down by Wyatt Appleton. So Franklin gives himself pretty decent field position here on their first possession of the second half. Running clock. Under 8 minutes to go now. Raptors up 31 points. Got almost a couple hundred of you watching. So if any others want to shout out where you are, where you're watching from, and who you're rooting for Ravenwood, gives me an opportunity to talk about some other student athletes here. And speaking of some new names, Jake Roberts got in on that last couple defensive plays. Here he's checking in right here. So Jake Roberts comes in for Kenner Schlitt. 7:07 to go. 2nd and 14. Jack Flynn in motion, sorry, and the pitch is to Gaka. Gaka taken down by everyone from the Raptors. Under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter now, and Schlitt's going to check back in for Jake Roberts. So the starter's still out there, starting to rotate in some of the reserves, though. 3rd and 16. Brewer Wilson still out there. He's played valiantly today, but he's just been shut down, absolutely shut down by the Raptors defense. And Thompson King now in the backfield allows Gaka to go slot left. So Wilson back to pass, looking to his right, and this is near no one. So, I mean, if I'm Wills Thompson and the rest of the wideout crew at Franklin, I'm very frustrated by the fact that my quarterback has no time to throw the ball, and he's literally throwing it out of bounds near no one on just about every possession. So Ravenwood's defense continues to dominate. It's 4th and 16, 5 and 47 to go in the third quarter. Clock running. And Wells is going to punt. Wells gets it off. Jalen Pollard was right there, almost touched him. Let's see what happened here. Referees blew the play dead. And Adair Keenan says, go Lane Summerall and Raptors from Columbia, South Carolina. Love it. Lane's had an amazing game so far today, putting a lot of pressure on the passer, making a lot of great defensive plays, and there's a penalty there. So penalty on Ravenwood moves it up to 4th and 11 for the Admirals, and instead of punting, are they going to go for this? Let's see. The offense is back on the field. Now, Brewer Wilson has punted before, so that could happen, but Thompson King in the backfield. So Sean Gaka, their weapon, is near side left. And Wilson back to pass, looks to his right, almost picked off by Jalen Pollard. It hit Pollard in the hands. He wanted that pick, but turnover on downs anyway. And running clock, 4:26 to go third quarter. And the Raptors offense will take the field after the great defensive stand by the defense. And Ben Hubbard, Patrick Sullivan, and Max Kimple are the starters still on the field. Femi Babalola, but Markel Saunders in the game, as well as Lucas Goose. So we're starting to see some different Raptors out there. We'll have some different names coming at you for the second half. Babalola back to pass. Steps up in the pocket under pressure, avoids a sack, still on his feet, and gets this one away out of bounds. The ref got demolished, so the official's down on the field. Hopefully he's okay. That's never good when the men or women in stripes get hit like that because they're not prepared for it. But looks like Mr. Official is back up on his feet. 3:33 to go in the third quarter. So clock will likely resume running here as soon as the official gives the thumbs up that he's good to go. 2nd and 10 Raptors. Ball on the 49-yard line. Saunders still in the backfield. Goose still in at tight end with Sullivan. Babalola hands it to Saunders on second down, and Saunders picks up 2 yards. So clock will continue to run. 3:17 to go, third quarter. Paul Hickey with you on the nooffseason.com sports network. Raptors have this one in the bag. 38-7 running clock here in the second half. This is more of what we're used to from Ravenwood. 11-0, about to go 12-0 on the season. Handoff is to Saunders again. Saunders picks up another few yards. It'll be fourth down. So special teams comes on. 4th and 4. So it looks like Drew Crabtree back to punt. Sawyer Akers near side gunner. And whistle before the snap. And it looks like it's going to be on Franklin, and it's going to give Ravenwood a first down here. It was 4th and 4. That's a 5-yard penalty on Franklin. So the offense will come back on the field.
First down, Raptors. Number 6, Tegan Lee on the stop.
So Saunders still in the game, Kimple in the game, Hubbard, Lucas Goose, Sullivan are the tight ends, and Femi Babalola the quarterback. Quick third quarter here with the running clock. Femi takes it, hands off to Markel Saunders. Saunders up the middle. Nice gain, first down Saunders. Gain of 12 there on 1st and 10. So rapid response plumbing, heating, and cooling first down. Nobody's faster. We're going to be down to under a minute to go in the third quarter now. Babalola takes it, hands off to Saunders. Saunders falls forward for about 3.
At the end of the third quarter, your Ravenwood Raptors 38. Franklin. All right, Raptor fans, it's time for Ronnie Griffin. Get those flashlights out.
Curran Co. Realty, Wilson Bank, Rapid Response Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, Andrews Transportation Group are some of our amazing sponsors who make these broadcasts possible in some way, shape, or form. 2nd and 8, the clock's going to run out on the third quarter. Ravenwood's up 38-7. A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa, Brentwood Blaze, Youth Football and Cheer, Benchmark Physical Therapy, and nooffseason.com. I'm Paul Hickey. We'll be right back for the start of the fourth quarter after this.
Gentlemen, tonight are one of those nights, as I mentioned pregame, where you got to bring your own juice. Don't expect the crowd. Don't expect to be as hype as it was last time. Expect you to have to bring your own juice. The standard is the standard. Excellence is the expectation. We cannot let the standard down.
And we're back on the nooffseason.com sports network. And hey, Jaden Smitherman, number 1, checking in from Columbus, Georgia, says Smash Mouth Films. Let's go Raptors. And 2nd and 8 from the 28-yard line. Babalola with Markel Saunders behind him. Checked into the ball game now. Alex Osborne, senior wide receiver, and Jaden Morris, who had a touchdown last week against Cane Ridge, senior wide receiver, in the ball game now. And this is Morris on the sweep. Jaden Morris picks up a couple. So now we get some more reserves in the ballgame. Alex Osborne, Jaden Morris, Markel Saunders, and Babalola still in at quarterback. We're probably going to see Gavin Hampton sometime soon. With 11 and a half minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 5 Raptors, ball on the 25-yard line. Morris in motion. Handoff is to Saunders. Saunders up the middle for a few. So it's going to be 4th and 2. And Coach Hester will likely keep the offense on there. Just under 11 minutes to go in the ball game. I love Nathan Kimple's comment here. Great announcer, coach, and team we've been able to watch this year. Bring your own juice. Go number 13 from Ocala, Florida. Love it. That is awesome, Nathan Kimple. And thanks to John Kimple for helping bring me on as an announcer this year. Great to work with. President of the Red Zone here at Ravenwood, donating his time so that the young student athletes here have the best possible experience at Ravenwood. Means a lot. Thanks to John Kimple. Max has had a great season. Caden Pace checking in for Markel Saunders, who picked up a first down there on 4th down. Great run by Markel. And just under 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Your Raptors will move on to the next round of the playoffs. Next Friday, we're going to host another home game against a opponent to be determined. Handoff is to Caden Pace, right side. And Caden stutter steps out of bounds. Picks up about 8 more. Natalie Weinegar says, let's go Kenner Schlitt, number 2. Let's go, absolutely. Kenner Schlitt's had a great season. He's had a good game tonight. Markel Saunders back in the game. Cruz Kelly checking in. Alex Osborne checking out. Good to see a lot of names getting in the ball game tonight. So, Jaden Morris near side, Cruz Kelly far side. Handoff is to Markel Saunders on his feet still. Taken down by Luke Thompson, who plays defensive back and wide receiver for Franklin. So this will be the Admirals' last game of their season, and you got to give them a lot of credit. They had a great year. Deborah Johnston shouting out the Pace brothers. Caden Pace, the leading rusher on the team this year as a sophomore, having a great season. And some love for Colton Hodges, number 24. Colton's gotten out there quite a bit this season in some of these blowout games. And number 73, Roman Jones, shouted out by his cousin Lucas. Love that. Walker Montgomery says, dominant performance by Ravenwood. Go Raptors. Absolutely. The live chat rooting for Markel to get into the end zone here. That would be great. We'll see what happens. 1st and goal from the 3. Approaching 8 minutes to go in the ball game. 4th quarter running clock. And this is Jaden Morris taken down on the sweep. So trying to get Jaden another touchdown. Can't get in. Under 8 minutes to go now. Shout out Paul for great commentator work, says 26 Bibles. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Appreciate the love. You've been a loyal viewer all season, and I appreciate that. It's a lot of fun watching these guys play. They've put in a lot of hard work, and, being a student athlete at a high-performing school like Ravenwood, not an easy thing to do, and these guys do a great job day in and day out. Here's Babalola in the shotgun, and he takes it himself, and he's pushes in, looking for a signal from the refs. They're trying to see if he broke the plane or not. No signal yet. Is it going to be 3rd and goal? Cruz Kelly checking out now. Alex Osborne back in the ball game. Femi can't quite make it in. So it'll be 3rd and goal. And Femi Babalola holding his helmet, jogging off the field. So it looks like that might be it for Femi today. We'll see. Maverick Chance coming in at quarterback. Coach Hester electing to keep both juniors in the rotation and not go with Gavin Hampton here. Third and goal from the 1. Markale Saunders flanking Maverick. Handoff is to Markale, and he's stopped. But flag on the play. 6:05 to go. And flag on the play. Markale's down on the field. Trying to get him a touchdown. And instead, he's down on the field, looks to be injured. 6:01 to go in the ball game. So we're going to have a penalty, and we have an injury. Markale has run well tonight. He's run very, very well tonight. And we want to see him get up and be okay here. Napski58 says, shout out commentator. Shout out Paul for great commentator work. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate it. I've had a lot of fun. This has been a lot of fun. We hope Markale's okay. And there he's sitting up. So he's sitting up. Coach Hester walking off the field. Markale getting some support, but limping, but walking under his own power. So that's good to see. So looks like Markale's okay. Walking gingerly, not needing help from the coaches. So that's a good sign. And it'll be 3rd and goal, ball on the 1. $38-7. So here comes Femi in at quarterback again. Caden Pace in the backfield. Cy Longley and Alex Osborne near side left. Sullivan in the game. Babalola in the shotgun takes it himself, and he's in for the Raptors touchdown. Femi Babalola puts the Raptors up 44-7. And as badly as you wanted Markale to get that last touchdown, Raptors got it done. So team effort. Femi Babalola gets credit for the rushing touchdown. 44-7. Drew Crabtree is about to make it 45-7. 5.5 to go in the ball game. Crabtree's kick is up and good. He's perfect tonight. 45-7 Ravenwood. Let's take a look at our guy Luke Campbell's hype reel one more time. Bring the juice.
Gentlemen, tonight are one of those nights, as I mentioned pre-game, where you got to bring your own juice. Don't expect the crowd, don't expect to be as hype as it was last time. Expect you to have to bring your own juice. The standard is the standard. Excellence is the expectation. We cannot let the standard down.
Playoffs 2024, week 2. Ravenwood about to go 12-0 on the season and advance to the next round of the playoffs next Friday here at the Nest. Opponent, TBD, but the game time will be 7 p.m. Central Time. So wherever you're tuning in from, just put it on your calendar, 7 p.m. Central Time. And Crabtree's kick is fielded at the 35. This is Sean Gacka, so it's not the person you want returning the kick, and he's going to take it 25-20, 15-10, 5, touchdown. Franklin Sean Gacka, he scored from 13 yards out in the first quarter, and he scored just now to make it 45-13. So that kid can play, and he snuck up. He snuck up on Crabtree. Crabtree was not trying to kick it to him, and Gacka wanted it and took it all the way. So Ravenwood 45, Franklin 13. Cooper Houston jogging out on special teams. Looks like a little scoreboard malfunction there. It says 45-7, now 45-13, and 5:10 to go in the ball game. So Franklin's going to go for 2.
Your Ravenwood Raptors 45, Franklin 13.
Franklin wants to make this an even 30-point deficit for some unknown reason. Maybe just something we don't know going on over there with wanting to get somebody at the ball that doesn't normally get the ball, but all the starters are in for Franklin. Gacka flanking Brewer Wilson, and Wilson's pass over to Lucas Young is not even close to him. Incomplete, overthrown. Wilson having a tough day. 45-13, 5:10 to go. So another fun one here at the Nest. As I mentioned, if you're interested in Ravenwood boys varsity basketball, I will be broadcasting their home opener next Tuesday. That's November 19th. That game will be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And you can find the information for that broadcast at ravenwoodbasketball.com. So go to ravenwoodbasketball.com. And a lot of the players that you've watched this football season, a few of them will be on the basketball team. They likely won't be playing in that Tuesday night game because the football season is still going on. And we were all planning for that anyway. So, well, you will probably see Max Kimple and Femi Babalola at some point during the basketball season. after football season's over. And here is Wayne Wells' kickoff. The clock is running, which I like to see at this point in time. And Wells with a weird onside kick, snagged nicely by Jared Peterson, junior wide receiver, on the hands team, and a flag on the play. And number 2, Andrew Dixon is hurt. Andrew Dixon of Franklin is limping, but he appears to be okay. Peterson showed some hops there to get up and get that one on the onside kick. Clock is running, under 4.5 minutes to go. Being that it is past my bedtime at 9:27 local time, that makes me happy. Although I'm very happy to be here with you guys. We'll see what the Stripes have to say about this. And it's a penalty on offsetting penalties. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Raptors, ball on the 50. Jaden Morris, senior wide receiver, near side left. Jared Peterson, I believe, in the ball game on the right side, far side. And now we will see sophomore quarterback Gavin Hampton and sophomore running back Eli Knickerbocker in the game. So not sure how many programs do this across the state or across the country, but Coach Hester dresses the JV team for every varsity game. And because the Raptors have been so dominant this season, some of these guys have gotten in. Knickerbocker got in against Summit, and Knickerbocker with that first down carry. No gain on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 10. Pretty exciting when you're a sophomore, you play JV and you get to suit up for varsity and then get some PT in a varsity playoff game. So that is Jared Peterson, split wide right, and Jaden Morris near side left, Knickerbocker in the backfield behind Hampton. Knickerbocker on the carry. No gain on that one.
Lucas on the carry. Tripped up by number 29, Andrew Brown. Flag on the play.
And there are 2 number 39s on the roster. Grant Lucas is listed as a linebacker. Eli Knickerbocker is number 39, listed as a running back, which is why I've been saying that is Eli Knickerbocker. I could be wrong, but let's shout out Grant Lucas as well. Handoff is to number 39. I believe that could be Grant Lucas because I believe Eli Knickerbocker isn't necessarily that build of a young man. I could be wrong. Again, ball carrier around the left side. Under 2 minutes now to go in the ball game. Ravenwood has had this one wrapped up since the second quarter, up 45-13 now.
2.5 minutes left in the game. Oakland 35 on Dewey.
And we got a timeout on the field, so we'll be right back after this.
Gentlemen, tonight are one of those nights, as I mentioned pregame, where you got to bring your own juice. Don't expect the crowd. Don't expect to be as hype as it was last time. Expect you to have to bring your own juice. The standard is the standard. Excellence is the expectation. We cannot let the standard down.
So I stand corrected. That has been number 39, Grant Lucas, who has been in the game and been carrying the ball. I have mentioned Eli Knickerbocker. He is also number 39, but Grant Lucas in the game at running back, Gavin Hampton, Jaden Morris, and Jared Peterson. Hampton's your quarterback. Morris and Peterson are your wide receivers. Handoff is to Grant Lucas again. And a flag on the play again. So we're trying to get out of here. We had a running clock. Now we got laundry on the field. Want to shout out number 21, Josh Wegner. Josh is a junior defensive back on this team. Trying to get as many young men's names mentioned on this broadcast naturally as we possibly can, since they've all had a great season and will advance to the next round of the playoffs next Friday, 7 p.m. Central Time right here. Go to ravenwood.football for that information later this week so you can catch the broadcast. Cruz Kelly now back into the ball game at wide receiver.
Crabtree on to kick it away for the Raptors.
So it's 4th and 3 after a barrage of weirdness and penalties and such. Approaching under a minute now. Under a minute to go. 4th and 3, and we're going to get another timeout. Sorry, delay of game called on Ravenwood. Drew Crabtree's out there ready to punt.
Bruins trying a 54-yard field goal with a second and a half left. Short, overtime.
And a stoppage of play. We'll be right back.
Gentlemen, tonight are one of those nights, as I mentioned pre-game, where you got to bring your own juice. Don't expect the crowd. Don't expect to be as hype as it was last time. Expect you to have to bring your own juice. The standard is the standard. Excellence is the expectation. We cannot let the standard down.
All right, Drew Crabtree on to punt for your Raptors. As we wrap this one up, there's only 21 seconds left to go in the ball game, so this is likely to be the last play of the game. Jalen Pollard out there to protect him, along with Patrick Sullivan. Thanks again for joining us tonight on the NoOffSeason.com Sports Network. I'm Paul Hickey. And that's going to do it. So the clock runs out. Next week, we'll be at home against an opponent TBD. So check back in at ravenwood.football later this week. I will talk to Coach Will Hester on Tuesday in our weekly podcast. We'll talk about this game as well as next week's opponent. Thanks again for joining us. Signing off on the NoOffSeason.com Sports Network. I'm Paul Hickey. Everybody have a great weekend.